What does a $300,000 house look like where you are from? Dominican Republic. 4-5 bedroom, less than 10 years old, big yard with a pool, probably 5 or so minutes from the ocean. I would live La Romana in a heartbeat if I could find a good job. Here in Vancouver, our $300,000 house is a 1-bedroom apartment. My friend bought a 3-bedroom house in East Vancouver for $310,000 in 1998, worth $1.4 million now. You couldn't buy a garage in London for that. There was a right to buy ex-council flat that went for £1.20 mil the other day in Covent Garden. 2 stories, about 4-5 bedrooms, bathroom, yard big enough for patio or pool, fairly nice, as I live in a rich suburb of Oklahoma City. I'm in Kansas City, Missouri. Depending on what part you're in, you could get a 6-bedroom mansion from the early 1900s, or you could get a 2-bedroom condo, or a 3-bedroom suburban ranch. It all varies here, depending on what block you live in. It would look like a mansion. Pretty much the same in the River Valley part of Arkansas. $300K you're looking at 5-bedroom, 4-bath, a big pool, 2 stories, maybe 3, or a guest partition. Expect to be a part of a frumpy hoa that doesn't allow cars to be seen, and the need to always have your grass green and cut no lower or higher than 1.5 inches. Considering a 1-story, 3-bedroom house on an average sized lot sold for $2 million just down the road from me, a $300K house would be non-existent. You can get a 1-bedroom apartment, 36 square meters, for around $450K in the next suburb though, good old Sydney. Half of a duplex next door to me sold for $965K yesterday. I do not live in a nice area. The granny flat I live in may be worth $300,000. In Bosnia it's a drug lord's mansion with surrounding area. Edit. I don't have any pictures, but 1000 m2 of farmable land is around $900 per m2. That farmable land is generally with forests. Sometimes you even get a wellspring, located 50 kilometers of the nearest city, which is a 30-minute drive. Just bought one in a good family-oriented Phoenix suburb for $300K, 2,900 SF, with pool and 3-car garage and a cul-de-sac. In Cleveland, a 4-bedroom hoa colonial in the suburbs, or 2 entire blocks in East Cleveland. Small and in the bad part of the city, California. Least it'd exist. In the SF area, a listing like that is probably code for I will steal your kidneys if you show up to look. In Toronto you couldn't find a shotgun shack fixer-upper in a bad neighborhood with termites and radon gas for $300K. A 90-year-old 1,200 square, featuring semi-detached with squeaky floors and a damp basement starts at $700K at the low end. This whole thing is making me glad I live in Texas. Wages aren't great, but I can get a fairly nice 2-bedroom apartment with a garage for $12K a year without utilities included. San Jose, CA. $300K would get you something in a mobile home park or a 800,000 square featuring condo in a not that nice neighborhood. Depression. Australians. Turn back now. I'm surprised so many fellow Australians are commenting, although I guess it is late evening on a Sunday, not really the time to be out partying with work in the morning. Y'all aren't afraid to take pictures of yourself when asked what you look like, but when asked what a $300K house looks like from where you're from, y'all describe them. Jesus, this thread is depressing. $350 will get you a rundown shed in Toronto. That's how much the land alone is worth. In Atlanta, it varies. Around Midtown, you might get the lot for $300,000. If you go in halfsies, down towards the airport, it will get you 5 bedrooms. West Side, they don't really have houses that expensive. Buckhead, ha 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 ha. Outside the perimeter, maybe a 3-bedroom, 2-bath. It depends. If you move outside of the perimeter, like Gwinnett or Kennesaw, you can find some great 4-bedroom 2.5 bath houses for under $300K. If you have government subsidies, or 3-room flat, if you're talking about private property, a studio apartment with 1 bedroom in a quiet place, welcome to Singapore. I used to live in Ottawa, Ontario, and a $300,000 would get you a 2-bedroom single-floor starter in a so-so area. We then moved across the river into Hull, Quebec, and paid $170,000 for a 2-bedroom single-floor house with a big yard in a nice area. Those are Canadian dollars of course, but at the time they were pretty close to USD. Where I'm from, Ohio, $300,000 will get you dang near a mansion and is the low end of price for what you'd call a good neighborhood. Where I am now, Central VA, $300,000 are generally larger development homes, reasonably nice to look at, decent neighborhoods, identical houses on the same block guaranteed, but absolutely crappy construction. I lived in one once, renting, and somehow I broke a stair, just walking, nothing crazy, and I was like 16 years old and 110 pounds, not a big guy. Poland here, you can get like 8 rooms house with a garden. Zurich, Switzerland, ha ha ha, that's how much they would fine you for wasting the air with that question. Long Island, New York, 300,000 is on the low end of average. You get a small backyard, about 2 or 3 bedrooms, 1.5 baths. Anything below this price is a fixer-upper. Central London may be a car parking space. If you make it £300,000 instead of dollars, then maybe a 1-room studio where the oven is next to the bed and the shower is next to the oven, or you share a shower kitchen with strangers. Small block, very, very old house, or a minuscule apartment, Victoria, Australia. Maybe go out as far as Bendigo or Ballarat and look into a new estate. Maybe that money won't get anything decent close to Melb. New Yorker here. I'm happy to see no one from Manhattan even tried to respond to this thread. New Yorkers just thought it was a mistake and surely OP meant 3 million. After a quick real estate search in my area, that kinda money gets you a 2,400 square foot home with 4 bedrooms and 2.5 bathrooms. Also has a 2-car garage and a backyard big enough for a pool. Silicon Valley, maybe a shed, although if you're in Los Altos Hills, $300K would probably get you half of an outhouse, if you're lucky. In Dallas, probably something pretty small in the city, especially in the north. Further out in the northern or eastern burbs you could find 4,000 square featuring in that price range. It'd get you like 1,600 square featuring in Bishop Arts, 2500, 3000 square featuring in Plano, Frisco. You're not gonna get anything in the 4,000 square featuring range unless there is something wrong with it or you're getting weirdly lucky. Most places are at least $100 a square featuring. 1 hour west of St. Louis, Missouri, $300,000 gets you 2 stories, with basement, attached 3-car garage, 1-acre plot, 6 bedrooms, 5 bathroom, freaking huge kitchen and living room, just shitloads of space inside the house even with a full family. Till apparently everyone but me is rich and can afford to live in $700K plus homes. In Toronto that will get you a small 1-bedroom condo. An average home that could range from 2,000 3,000 square feet. It seriously depends on what part of town you buy in though. From Raleigh, NC. I tried to do a search on a real estate site. House for sale. 3 bedrooms. At least 1 bathroom. Results. None. There are no houses for sale $300K or lower in my hometown. The median price of a home here is $660K. I live in Darwin, Australia. Houses are expensive here. That's impressive. Melbourne's median has only recently topped $700K. Till that everyone on Reddit supposedly lives in $500K $2 million homes. No one lives in the ghetto and $300K is chump change. Number. We live in tiny apartments with huge loans and commute far to work. In the panhandle of Texas, on a new home, 3,000 square featuring and well appointed, on a pre-owned, up to 3,500 square featuring for 10-year-old, or up to 4,000 square featuring for 10 plus. Pretty much non-existent here in Sydney. Median house price just recently hit 1.066 million. You might be able to get a studio apartment in a crappy area maybe. A hole with a tarp over it. 3 or 4 bedroom house. 3 bath. 2-stall garage with at least half an acre of land. I'm in Cedar Rapids, IA. Till Redditors are rich. $300 K. I can't even afford $60 K. 300,000 US dollars is more than 7 mil CZK, so pretty much any new house really. Doing some math and searching a bit more, you could buy new 2-story, 4-5 bedroom family house outside any of the bigger Czech cities, even Prague, probably with nice large courtyard or garden and even nice pool. San Francisco, that'll get you a burrito and a cab to the airport. The market value of my apartment in downtown Boston is right around $300,000, plus or minus 10k. It's just 1 room and a bathroom. The whole apartment is 340 SF and it has a Murphy bed, a bed that folds down from the wall. Chicks dig it. Probably a 2,500 plus square featuring 3BR 3.5 BA house with nice architecture and a decent chunk of land in the suburbs, Alabama. In Houston you get a 3,000 square featuring 4 bed, 3, 1/2 bath in the burbs in a great school district. Might get a pool too. If you are new to the channel, you can subscribe. I publish new videos every day. Until then, check another video.